Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Janover's channel, making multifamily and commercial real estate financing easier and faster for both borrowers and lenders through innovations in AI and other solutions. Joining to give us an insight into the earnings and kind of just the company's expectations moving forward, we have Blake, the CEO, joining. First and foremost, welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for having me. Excited to be here.
Yeah, and a pleasure to get you on. You guys are in a fascinating place, lots of growth, lots going on. You achieved a record 20% of total revenue from reoccurring and subscription revenue. You got 3.2 million in cash and cash equivalents. I mean, your earnings looked pretty intriguing, and I just kind of gave a highlight, but tell us kind of the meat and potatoes. What's going on here?
Yeah, look, if you look under the hood, I think we've grown net income for two consecutive quarters. I think cash flow, cash from operations improved more than 33% sequentially. We grew top line sequentially, but most interestingly, when we went public last year, our entire business was transactional. We had this fantastic amount of value to apartment building, retail, industrial property owners and operators, and to banks, right? And we were generally taking a little fee on every deal that came through our platform, but we've started to transition to SaaS, licensing out our generative AI and other B2B software applications we have. And at this point, 20% of our revenue is in Q2 is attributable to recurring and subscriptions from SaaS, insurance, and what have you. And we expect that we will continue to build that until it becomes the primary revenue source in our business.
Yeah, definitely appreciate the insight. Kind of moving forward here as well. I mean, like I said, you kind of touched on a bit of it, but do you want to expand a bit further on what we should be paying attention to from a milestone standpoint, the growth? I mean, what's happening in the latter half of the year?
I would watch for us to release new software products and pay attention to licensing agreements that we announce. I think last week we announced a big licensing agreement for our AI, and I expect that. From my perspective, I think we're very far ahead of the curve on generative AI. I think we have the biggest or one of the most significant sources of data on commercial real estate lenders for commercial mortgage brokers or commercial real estate owner operator developers. So I would be tracking us licensing that out, and I would keep an eye. I mean, definitely keep an eye on our net income because my job is to continue to improve that. But on the top line, watch us migrate from transactional to subscription and recurring.
Yeah, and I think the that model is obviously high valued in the market like this, especially. And do you want to just to finish up here, maybe give some insight into the cap structure, maybe some insider institutional retail ownership, maybe just kind of broad view that for us.
Yeah, I think I own more than 50% of the stock. I'm trying to think. I think maybe over the last year I sold 1,000 shares, but I'm actually a net buyer. I think that 1,000 shares wasn't on purpose. So I've accumulated the stock in the past. I'm the biggest owner by a wide margin. We have I think we reported $3.2 million cash on hand, zero debt, not a dollar of it, no warrants, convertible notes, none of that. Our cap table, we've been very serious about the integrity of our cap table and operating with integrity. So you're talking to somebody that believes I own more than 50% of it, and my name is on the door.
Yeah, I love the conviction, and I'll pass it off to the viewers. If you love the conviction as well in the story, let us know what you think in that comment section below, and consider subscribing as news and catalysts like this hit the wire. Of course, we'll bring it to you here. But on the note, as always, we look forward to catching you in the next one.